BeQuest is a story about friendship, but it's also full of bad words and violence, so maybe don't listen with your kids.
Okay, cool. All right, let's start the pilot of the show. See how this fucking goes.
Ba-na-na-na, a theme song we don't have yet. BeQuest.
That's it. That's the theme song. We gotta use that one.
That's it right there.
Nailed it.
Got it one.
All right,
I
cool.
don't know. I kind of like the thing Jake was working on.
No, I did too, but then I just heard that fucking gold. Hey everybody, welcome to BeQuest. BeQuest is the story of four people, formerly inseparable, reunited on an improbable journey to fulfill their best friend's final wish. This is a story-first Dungeons & Dragons podcast where we play a game with the goal of telling a story, and we roll dice to find out how that story goes. My name is Kevin Rizza, and I am playing the role of the Dungeon Master. Basically, that means I'll be setting up the world and the story that our players are going to be playing.
Hi, guys. I'm Steven, and I'll be playing Christian Coldrock, wayward son of a wealthy family who has left the family business to strike out on his own. Naturally, he is now a trusted general to the Demon King.
Naturally.
What's your friend fact for today?
Christian's friend fact is that he had to actually go to a lot of stores to find a properly black garment for this funeral, as he discovered most of what is sold as black is actually not even as dark as his gray work uniform, which is, of course, a proprietary dye available only for Eclipse Dynamics uniforms.
But so is it that the gray is really black, or is
Yes,
it...
it's a very dark gray. It's like Vanta gray. It's like Vanta black gray.
I love Vanta Gray.
Vanta Gray is great.
Vanta Gray is perfect. This is Vanta Gray.
I mean, it makes sense because you're seeing what light is bouncing off of it, and true black is the absence of light, right?
And true gray is the sort of kind of being there of gray, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a very precise offset from black. You see faded black. That's not good. That's not, uniformly gray. But Eclipse gray is a very dark, very uniform gray.
A uniform gray for a uniform.
I know we've talked about this already, but I'm really worried that this is just the Empire from Star Wars.
It's not the Empire from Star Wars.
All right, Mike, you go.
All right, I can go next. My name is Mike Turley, and I'll be playing David Ryan Martin. David Ryan Martin is a former failure to launch and a recently promoted level 5 Everwell shaman who wants everyone to know that his life totally means something. David's friend fact for today is that his middle name is Derek because his parents wanted him to be like his successful finance bro, older brother, Derek. And every time he looks at his full name on his driver's license or something, he thinks about his asshole older brother that he doesn't talk to.
Wait, hold on. They gave their younger son the middle name of their older son because they loved how successful their older son. How much older is this guy?
5 years.
So when he was 5, they were like, he was so
Very
successful.
impressive.
He's reading
they
at
already-
a third grade level.
Kevin, I didn't think that hard about it.
No, that's it.
No, that makes it better because he's got a briefcase at 5. He's going to meetings.
He's just a successful businessman.
Oh, shit.
He's just a little guy.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's canon. That's the reason now. But yeah, that makes his full name David Derek Ryan Martin. So
I hate it. Yeah, I love it.
So many names.
don't worry, I'll only give you 3 first names most of the time.
All right. My name is Jake Burley, and I play Jasper Wallstrom Boyle, a newly minted A-lister who's fighting to hold on to fame after his dirtbag cousin / business manager stole his fortune. My friend fact is that the first kind of breakout role that Jasper had in the industry was a movie called The Spellbook. And it's this, wonderful, heartfelt tale of two young wizards who meet, but because they're from different schools of magic, they just can't kind of be together and circumstances force them apart. But then the whole thing is like a framing device of one older wizard reading from the spell book they created together and bringing her back as a lich so that she doesn't die in the hospital.
So does it have real time travel?
Are you thinking of...
Or is it like The Notebook?
No, it's the Notebook. It's the Notebook.
Okay.
Yeah, but since it's magic, is there real-time travel in this one?
No, the magic was just the necromancy at the end. So they could be together forever.
God.
So sweet.
So sweet.
I saw that one.
And then she ate his face, or
Witches don't eat faces. They feed souls to their phylactery.
All right. I'll go next. My name is Allie Turley, and I am playing Cheryl Silverthorn, a workaholic wizard and wannabe tech mogul who thinks anything is possible if she just works hard enough. Friend fact for Cheryl this week. I know I just said that she is a wizard, but in another realer sense, she's not. She's actually a sorcerer. So she's studied a bunch of magic and, because when you think you're a wizard, you think you need to, learn the spells. And when the spells just came super easy to her, she kind of just chalked it up to being really smart.
Shouldn't it have been a giveaway when she never got her Hogwarts letter?
Is there a Hogwarts here?
That's a good question.
Or is that just school?
no, it's not. There's no
All right,
Hogwarts.
deciding it now.
Right, magic's not secret in this world. There's not a wizarding world one layer underneath.
Or is there? There's a double wizard layer. If you go one layer deeper.
And also they're lizards.
Yeah. Okay, so before we start, really quick, I want to just sort of kind of talk about what this podcast is. To give you a little backstory on where our game is going to be set. So this game takes place in the United Provinces of Alabrion, a country that has been over time divided. At one time, the country was actually just called Alabrion, and it was just kind of like your bog standard D&D fantasy towns and taverns and elves and magical amulets, all that D&D stuff. And kind of it still is. There are still places, especially in the middle of the country, that are like that. But times have changed. And nowadays, society is really modernized. And so in a lot of places, there are cars and planes and cell phones. So, sort of a modern world, but used to be D&D world. But that's not really what our story is about today. Today, our story is about 4 people who are headed back to their hometown for the first time in a long time. They've come back home because they are all attending the funeral of their best friend, Harris Red Swift. We're going to start with Cheryl. So Cheryl,
Yeah.
You walk into the one business hotel that this town has. So you have come back to your hometown, the town of fuck.
Town of fuck.
Cliffsville.
Wow.
That's a great name
The
for a
town
town.
of fuck.
That's a name.
So you have come back to the town of Cliffsville, which is a pretty small town. It's kind of like a commuter town. It's a suburb. And you are at the one business hotel on the edge of town. And you walk up to the front desk, and the concierge hands you keys for the hotel. And she's like, all right, everything looks good. Anything else that you need? Extra towels, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. This should be everything I need. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, there's the Wi-Fi password. Need anything else? Just call the front desk.
All right.
All right. So then as you start walking up towards your hotel room, you get a call on your cell phone.
All right. I answer it. Hello?
Cheryl. Hey, I'm just wondering, can I have the rest of the day off?
Rachel, you know that we have a meeting in an hour, right? And I was kind of hoping you would help me a little bit. I'm presenting a bunch of slides. You were going to press the button to go on to the next one.
I know. But hear me out. My boyfriend's parents just got a pool. So,
I mean, it is, I guess it is really hot out.
It is really hot out.
Is it a nice pool?
It's in ground. So
Can't miss that. You can't miss that.
I know.
All right.
Look,
yeah,
I'll make it up to you. Tomorrow I'll do some work.
Wait, it's an in-ground pool? They didn't get an in-ground pool delivered. They've been building an in-ground pool for months, and
One
she's
day
only just now.
pool.
I mean, maybe we could just push the work till Monday. Don't
That's
work
even
on
better.
your
Okay,
weekend.
no, that sounds great. You know what? I'll tell you what. For that, I'll read you your messages.
All right. Yes, please.
Okay, cool, great. Okay. So let's see. Okay, you got an email from Bernard from QA. He said he said there's something about the phones exploding in the lab.
Wait, what?
He wants to know if you're going to have that fixed before the next testing round on Monday. So,
when did he send this email?
Thursday? Yesterday?
Okay.
in the morning?
Yeah, I can totally have that fixed by Monday.
Cool. All right,
Okay.
get that one down. Okay, you only have one other message. It's from John.
Okay.
Don't get mad. He pushed the meeting up by half an hour.
So it's literally right now?
Well, no, you've got 85 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel. You take the rest of the day off. Enjoy the pool.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
And I hang up.
Okay, so you're currently on the first floor of the hotel. Your room is on the third floor, and you've got 87 seconds.
I'm running up the stairs. Is there a stairwell?
Okay, roll athletics.
Should we do this in rounds? Like a round is 6 seconds.
Should we go into turn-based mode?
Yeah, go into turn-based mode. That is a 17.
Okay, with a 17, you're able to rush into your room with 30 seconds to spare. You throw your laptop open, you log into the Wi-Fi, and you've got, we're going to start the clock. I'm going to send you a link. Give me a second.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you have 20 seconds to add your agenda items to the meeting notes.
You want me to type?
And you've got 20 seconds to fill them out. Pencils
Oh my
down
God.
at 20 seconds because the
Oh my
meeting is
God.
going to start.
Oh my
Anything
God.
you don't add, you know that the CEO of this company does not allow people to talk about things that are not on the agenda. He's a very big stickler for this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it, and then I'm gonna start the timer.
Yeah, I already have it open. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right,
Which is
and
thrilling.
go ahead.
Oh God, that should be at the end.
Ready and go. 17 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Oh God.
5 seconds. 4,
Oh God.
3, 2, 1. That's it. You're out of time.
Okay. I spelled things
9
wrong.
Silver Thorn, 8 money. Add to your list. Outfits mellitus.
Outfit mellitus sounds like a condition.
That wasn't enough time.
So the problem
It
is
was
too
not.
is that I wear fake nails and typing very
Oh,
quickly.
God.
is
She's not a
really
speed typist.
difficult.
Now, this,
Allie, I
okay,
didn't
no,
want
hold
to
on.
be like, this is gibberish. What is wrong with you? But now I understand what's going on.
Wait, so Allie, okay, this is actually a really good question.
Yeah.
Do you think that Cheryl also wears fake nails?
Probably.
Okay, because if she doesn't, I was going to give you another 10
Oh,
seconds.
all right, no, she doesn't.
Yeah.
I want the 10 seconds, please.
all right, fine, here we go. Allie, you're going to get 10 more seconds. And
Okay.
go.
Now Allie's being careful about it.
All right, you did write a
2,
sentence. that
1,
time.
and you're done. Marketing to
did.
towns for security. You
Well-
didn't remove any of the gibberish.
Yeah,
though.
that's correct. That's correct.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's not gibberish. That means stuff.
9C Silver Throne 0 money. Add to your list is gibberish. I'm so sorry.
It was supposed to be app. It was supposed to be app tier list.
So you joined the Zoom call, and on the call are a couple of other people. There's the CEO, John Sandor, the CFO, Michael Lersner, the Senior Vice President of Marketing, Daryl Richbrook, who is also everyone Cheryl's rival at the company. There's also the CTO, Rocky McStocky. And then lastly is the Senior Vice President of Product Development, Cheryl Silverthorne. So the CEO starts the call and he says, well, how's everybody doing today? Another good week for Scroll Tech? And then the CFO, Michael Lersner, he's kind of like this squirrely looking guy. He's got these big glasses on. It was okay, I guess, but we've got big problems to talk about. And the CEO, he says, oh, well, I mean, what's the problem? What could possibly be going wrong? And Michael says, well, we're almost out of cash. We're burning through money with all of our R&D. That's actually the first thing I put on the agenda for today. We have massive revenue struggles. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Before we talk about that, I also put some things on the docket for today that should help us a little bit with some money problems.
Well, that's great because we got to get this company back on track. I want to see real ideas that are implementable and actionable. Cheryl, I like the initiative. I'm glad you put them. What the fuck is this?
I'm sorry.
9 sliver thrown 8 money. Add to your list. What are you doing? Did you have a
Yeah.
stroke? Do I need to call someone? Donna?
No, I'm sorry, sir. I forgot to add these until very recently, so sorry about the typos. But I have slides to go through each of my points here. So
I don't have time for slides.
Well,
Elevator pitch.
All right, fine, sure. So the whole idea behind this app, right, is so that people can use it to cast spells from their mobile device. What if we market this as, you pay a monthly subscription. So say you want to cast Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy is a pretty simple spell, right? So it would be a tier 1 subscription. You'd pay 5 gold pieces a month, and you can cast that from your phone whenever you want. Okay, well, what if you wanted to cast something like Blink? Blink is a much more complex spell. This would be a much higher spell tier, and it would be something like a couple hundred gold pieces a month. That way, not only is this a one-off purchase for the app itself, but we're getting rolling income once we launch. Thoughts?
And so Senior Vice President of Marketing, Daryl Richbrook, he's kind of had this sort of cocky look on his face the entire time we've been talking, and he's like, Cheryl, I had a hard time following that. We've rolled out some ads, but I'm thinking we can roll out mid-app use advertisements. You're in the middle of scrolling through your spells. You got a couple of ads for maybe some spells that are, I don't know, ads. Like, here's the Wendy's hamburger spell. You press a button and then bam, you got a Wendy's hamburger, $5.99.
All right, hold on. I love that you have ideas, first off. Great. So the way I think about this app being used, so say you're falling off of a building and you want to cast fly. I don't want to have to look at an ad
So
first.
here's the other thing. I've already kind of pitched this to the folks downstairs, but I'm thinking mid-spell ads. You're halfway through the spell, it's starting to get cast, and you have to watch another ad in order for the spell to get finished.
That's even worse.
Hear me out. Everybody's already bought in. They've already bought in. They're not going to say, actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to cast this spell.
I know. Back me up on this. Anybody. No, right? I'm not saying we don't have ads on the app at all. I'm just saying, maybe let's not have them in the middle of use when people are going to want to use it.
All right. Roll persuasion.
That is a 16. Oh, plus 3.
Okay. You make some good points, Cheryl. I think that we should really focus on revenue generation streams that are anything other than advertisements. Maybe we should start with a real subscription model or something along those lines. In the meantime, we are really going to have to get some funding, everybody. The way I see it, either we're going to have some layoffs or we're going to have to cut spending somehow. So think about that. Get back to me. We'll talk next week. All right?
All right, sounds good. I will brainstorm and I'll be more prepared next time, I promise.
So, Jake,
Mhm.
Jasper walks up a long, windy driveway to get to a house in a suburban part of town. It's kind of weird because you sort of expected the lights outside the house to be on, given that they're expecting visitors, and they're not. The house is mostly dark. You walk up and you ring the doorbell, and it takes a lot longer than you expect for your mother to come out of the house. And when the door finally opens, it's not your mother. It's a big, tall, burly man who looks down at you and says, hi, what, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for Penelope Boyle.
Okay, well, she doesn't live here, so I don't know who
Sorry,
that is.
I don't know. I'm Jasper Boyle.
Oh!
Yeah. I can step into the light, maybe.
You're Jasper Boyle. Oh my gosh.
There you go. So Penelope Boyle.
I'm sorry. I know you're famous. I saw your movie. We're literally watching it last week, but I still don't know. Is that your mother or something? Or your girlfriend?
Wait, you were watching it last week? Do you still have the DVD?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen myself in a movie in a little while.
Can I help you? Do you need anything or?
Yeah. My mother's supposed to live here. This is 79, right?
Yeah, it is.
So she lives here. I thought she lived here. Well, can I come in for a second? Maybe use your phone.
You want to come in my house? It's pretty late. Okay, you're extremely famous, so I guess yes, honey.
Thanks.
A movie star is here, And you hear from the distance, like, there's not a movie star. Come back to bed. No, it's
I just kind of push past him.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And he comes inside. You see a woman walk down some stairs, wearing a bathrobe, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're Jasper Boyle. You're famous. You're like super famous."
And I kind of look around, kind of clap my hands together. You're sure she's not around here somewhere, right? Like she's not, I don't know, not hiding somewhere. There's no in-law apartment.
Why? Again, who is this?
My mother, Penelope Boyle.
Your mother does not live with us.
You're sure though, right? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I would know.
Do you mind if I look around? Just,
Just in case.
And you just see like the woman who's standing in the kitchen now is just like dumbstruck that this is happening.
I just start moving through the house and like looking through closets and stuff and opening doors. And as I go,
roll investigation.
Okay, great.
If you roll high enough, she's tied up in one of the rooms.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got a 15, I heard, which is pretty good. And as I'm walking around opening doors, I'm also talking, and I'm saying, yeah, I just, it's weird that she's not here. I kind of need to come back.
I don't think it's
connect
that
to my
weird
roots.
that she's not here. The woman seems much less enthused about the fact that you're here than the guy who's like he's like following you around. He's like, so what was it like to act in Dr. Monteverde and like that whole the whole comic book franchise thing? Like, is that like fun? Like, did you have a good time?
Oh man, we became like family on that set. We're just like family because you're just all together all the time. I mean, it's great. It's great. Just being on set, dressing like Dr. Moldaveri in the multiverse of Cabinet of Curiosities.
And so the wife is like, can I help you? Like, do you need to call someone? Like, what? Why are you in my house?
Yeah, I guess if I could use your phone, that would be great. I could call my mother, make sure she's not tied up around here somewhere.
Yeah, she hands you a cell phone.
Thanks. Thank you. I start dialing the numbers.
Okay. Yep. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. The phone rings twice, and then you hear your mother on the end of the line.
Jasper, where are you?
Well, I'm at our house, or your house, but you're not here. I guess it's not your house anymore.
Wait, hold on. Are you at the old house?
Yeah, I had to be in town. I guess I kind of thought you'd be here.
Jasper, I sold that house like 2 years ago.
Oh, shit. That's right. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
right.
I moved to Southfield.
Right.
It's literally 8 miles from there.
Oh, gotcha.
I told you. Hold on, Jasper. I told you about this. So many. Do you not remember that I moved?
There's just a lot going on,
You gave me money for movers. We had a whole conversation about it.
So you've been sending birthday and Mother's Day cards to the wrong address these last 2 years?
You turn and you look, and like on the mantelpiece there are like birthday cards for his mom.
They kept them. That's weird.
And then they didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
Oh, Penelope Cruz, the woman from all of our cards.
This took a turn.
Well, it has a famous person's signature in it, I'm assuming.
Oh, does this mean you haven't been getting any of the cards I've been sending?
No.
Oh,
Jasper.
Oh,
Jasper, are you okay? Are you on drugs?
No.
God, Jasper, we talked about this. We talked about this. You said you were gonna lay off and you were gonna be good. You promised me.
Look, let's just not get into that right now. And I'm doing fine. I'm not even on any drugs right now. I say loudly in this people's home. Mom, stop always accusing me of being on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I just forgot that you sold your house 2 years ago.
I'm not currently on drugs.
Look, Jasper, why don't you just come on over and we can talk about this?
See, just the thing is, I was really looking forward to like being in my old bedroom.
Oh my God, Jasper, you can't. Don't do this. Do not ask these nice people.
I might be
if
over.
You can stay at their house.
I might be. I can call you later. I'll definitely stop by tomorrow. Okay,
Jasper,
all right.
Don't hang up on me.
Okay, goodbye. Bye.
Click.
So you guys are never gonna believe this, but my mom sold the house a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Yeah. So listen, I'm just kind of going through a really tough time right now. What are the chances I could stay here in like my old bedroom for the weekend? I'll tell you what, I'll throw you guys a few $100. This would mean just so much to me.
You see the husband like pleading with the wife, and she looks so disappointed and unhappy. Roll persuasion.
This is such an uncomfortable moment.
It's so much funnier because the mom's house is only 8 miles away.
That's right. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow is what got me there.
So I got an 8.
You got an 8.
Yep.
Yeah, we hard cut to you getting forcibly pushed out of the house.
Okay, well, fine. I'll autograph something at least. I stomp down the driveway.
All right, so then we find ourselves around the same time at an old, kind of not super dilapidated, but like not the nicest kept building in the center of town, right between the fire station and the police station. It is, there's a sign outside that says VFW, and then underneath in parentheses, it says Veterans of Fantasy Wars, where we find Christian, who is handing out some flyers, which are also posted all over. Like there's an older one that has been posted on a bulletin board in the back of the room. There's a few outside the building as well. So clearly this has been something that's been set up quite a bit. So Christian, why don't you tell me a little bit about what your deal is and what's on these flyers?
Yeah, so Christian works at a little outfit called Eclipse Dynamics. They do all sorts of things in the interest of global conquest. And he actually works directly under the Demon King CEO, Momomot. So he's here on sort of a PR tour. Well, I mean, he's here for a funeral, but as part of a greater PR tour, I guess if he's working for the Demon King, it's harbinging, right? I guess he's a harbinger. I guess PR for Demon Kings is harbingers. So he's here harbinging, just trying to make some positive contacts with some local community organizations, kind of just get some sympathizers and connection in these communities in case, that becomes valuable in future chaotic times.
Okay. Yeah, and so surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly for you, you've actually worked up quite a crowd. There's a lot of elderly people here at the VFW. Some of them have battle scars. There are various different fantasy races being represented here. You got your dwarves and dark elves, and there are people who've got axes on their backs. Like it looks significantly more fantasy-y than what we have seen so far in this world. And they're all at tables. Some of them are kind of standing around the edges of the stage. But you get up on the stage, and clearly they're looking for a speech.
Is this thing on? Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all here today. I'm here on behalf of Eclipse Dynamics, and I'm here to talk to you because the world is changing. It's changing fast. Just a few short generations, our huts in the woods and our way of life has changed to combustible engines and cell phones and fax machines. And I think something important is being displaced. I grew up in this town, and my uncle used to tell me it used to be a lot different, a lot more rugged, a lot more magical. Now, well, a lot of that old stuff is being replaced with your Wendy's or your Binkos. What happened to the Blind Cauldron? Tell me that's still open. Oh, I see Agnes over there. All right, we haven't lost everything yet. And as things continue to change, there's going to be a new order. And here at Eclipse Dynamics, we want that to be our order. So you've read the flyers. We've got the pitch out here. I don't want to spend here talking at you all night. I really want this to be more of a community Q&A sort of thing.
So yeah, pretty quickly, like a line of folks comes up. There's a microphone on the floor across from the stage, and there's a line of people, and this old man kind of shuffles forward. You can tell he's only got one arm. He clearly has some battle scars from back in the day, and he says,
Young man, tell me, I fought in the war for secession, and
Wait, what?
I like a lot of what your whole organization is kind of saying, but there's just one small thing. Isn't it also like super duper evil? There's a lot of misinformation going around about sort of our organization. Could we start by unpacking what exactly is evil about trying to preserve our parents' and our grandparents' way of life?
Yeah, but you guys have like necromancers and stuff.
What is evil about necromancy? We're not stealing or enslaving souls, okay? Those souls are indentured. And when their 1,000 years are up, they will be released.
All right, roll persuasion.
Oh, we don't believe in paying our debts? Is that... Oh, wait, shit. 14.
All right. So with a 14, the old man's like, you make some good points. I really, my grandson, he's got this phone and he's always playing these games on it and I don't get it at all. So, I guess skeletons, that's old hat. I get it. That's fine. I'm on board. I don't know about everybody else. I'm on board with this whole situation. And so a little old lady with a walker walks up and she's like, I've been, my 401k has been, it just doesn't exist anymore because when I was young, no one cared about investments. And so, I'm kind of just living off the benefits from the government. Is that any of that going to change at all? Or will you get me like free healthcare or something?
We believe it is so important to care for our family and for the elderly, and they should be provided with everything they need by the family. At Eclipse Dynamics, we believe in family.
So, how much of us am I gonna have to spend on my foot rub medication? Like, just give me a ballpark number. How many gold pieces?
Gold pieces. How expensive is foot rub nowadays?
It's very expensive.
Okay. Why are we playing prices, right? 2.5 silvers. 2 silver coins.
Silver.
5 coppers.
Oh, Sonny, you just made my day.
Is that not what it costs?
I'm like covering the microphone, looking this somewhere. Is that what cream costs nowadays?
Yeah, why don't you roll? Okay. Why don't you roll? What's like a roll for knowing about how much
History?
stuff costs?
One banana, Michael.
History? Yeah, roll history.
How much could one banana cost, really?
Ooh, 6.
Yeah, she's like, that sounds economically impossible. That's just far too low of a price.
Well, you shouldn't be using modern foot creams anyway. The old shamans had it best.
Ma'am, you're kind of taking up the mic. Could I get in here?
All right, she shuffles off.
Thanks.
Hello there, ma'am.
It's sir, but you know what?
Sorry, sir.
You know what? Okay. Listen, I just got one question for you because this is the only question that matters to me and my family, And we're cobblers. We come from a long line of cobblers. And no one wants to buy wooden shoes cobbled by us gnomes anymore. They want, stretchers and, Viking, sometimes just kind of pronounced Vikey. So what I want to know is...
I kind of pull my pants lower to cover up the little... horn helmet swoosh.
So what I want to know is how we're gonna get industries back. I want to get industries like good old fashioned cobbling wooden shoes. That I'll take my question off the air.
Yeah? You don't want me to answer it now?
I like that gnomes sound just like Morty.
Yeah.
Yes, we expect all of the old industries to return when these modern supply chains are disrupted in the upcoming calamity. We will not be causing the calamity. I cannot stress this enough.
I took it off the air, Sean. It's all good.
I walk up.
Hi, my name is Clarence Spiegley, and I just want to know a little bit more about this necromancy. What are the capabilities of these bones? Am I still going to be able to sing with my barbershop quartet? Am I going to be able to, play my video games? How does it work?
Yes. If you want to continue to sing in a barbershop quartet, I instead recommend you start saving up now. You wanna put away about 1,000 gold coins worth of diamonds away in a resurrection trust. And And then, you can work with any sort of law firm across the Badlands to sort of set up a trust for that. No, this necromancy business that you've heard all about, one, it's not nearly so widespread as, some of our detractors would have you believe. And two, that's really only going to come up if you've incurred some manner of soul debt.
All my family's money is gone, so I think I'm destined to be just hobbling around in some bones.
If all of the money is gone, we do have options for you here at Eclipse Dynamics. You could please contact our recruiting division.
Really?
Maybe? Wait, no, yes, for sure. I just remembered I have some sway here.
You do that for me? You give me a job?
Listen, this town is everything to me. I grew up here, was born here, my blood is here. Of course I do that for you. I do that for the least of you here at Cliffsville.
I am the least of us.
All right, sit down. You've had enough to drink. It's just sit down.
I'm gonna get up.
No, it's my turn out of the microphone. I want to talk about
you're
my
done.
homes.
You're done. You're
God
done,
damn it.
sir. Now about this necromancy.
Everyone's all in the necromancy.
Why do you want people to romance necks? Explain that to me.
I think this is actually just a simple etymology mix-up. Necro means dead, mancy means the magical control of. Necromancy has nothing to do with romance.
So no one is going to romance my neck.
Not unless you want that, ma'am. I'm so sorry, everybody. That's about all the time we have today. I'd really love to continue talking to your community organization, and I'm going to have my community outreach manager follow up with you guys. So thank you so much for coming out tonight, and I think together we can preserve our way of life.
Last but not least, so David, you are standing in front of a young woman at the door of her apartment, and she says, "So sorry, what are you selling?"
Oh, hi. No, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Shaman David Ryan Martin.
I could tell you're wearing a name badge. What are you selling?
That's right. So silly of me. I'm an independent associate of Everwell Solutions. You may have seen our ads. Drink life straight out of the well. How are you feeling today?
Stuffy nose, but I'm fine.
Oh no, you're a bit tired or under the weather, or and he checks his notes. Otherwise, in need of rejuvenation.
Is this?
Here, why don't you take a free sample of Everwell's +1 Mega Super Recovery Potion?
I'm gonna go back to making my eggs, and she slams the door in your face.
Okay. Well, fuck. All right, I'll try the neighbor, I guess. I walk over to the neighbor's house.
All right, you go to the neighbor's house. You've got a whole row of houses here, and you're at house number 74 for the afternoon.
Oh, that's so many.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and this time an 8-year-old boy answers the door, and he's like, "Hello, mister."
Oh, hi. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just golly good. Who are you?
Are your parents home?
No.
Oh, well,
they went out.
Oh, okay. Do you think that you could give him my card? And I hand over a business card.
Oh, you don't want to try to sell it to me? I like talking to strangers.
I don't think that would be, hold on. You like talking to strangers?
Yeah, you don't?
I mean, I guess it's my job. I kind of have to, I never really thought about it as something I could enjoy. I love my job. Don't get me wrong. It's a great job. Your parents would love it, I think, if maybe why don't you give them just this sample, and I hand over a bottle, and just tell them to try it. If they're not feeling well,
he uncorks it and drinks it.
Oh.
Wow, this is delicious.
Okay.
Can I have some more?
That's okay. That should be fine. And I'd flip through my notebook to be like, is it gonna hurt this kid? It seems like it's okay. It seems like it had no effect on you. That's probably because you're a child. But if you could give this to your parents and just give them my card and let them know that if they just buy one 24-pack of Everwell's +1 Mega Super Recovery Potions, they might reach level 2, and they'll find that Everwell offers more than just wellness. They offer greatness. And they could even, kind of join up and start selling it to other people, and they could get cleric powers, like me.
Whoa, cleric powers? Roll persuasion with advantage.
All right. Wow, I rolled a 16 and a 16, so no advantage for me.
All right. Yeah, no, but the little boy says like, wow, mister, that's amazing. I'm definitely going to tell my parents to do this. So it's kind of the end of your shift here, David, and you're getting kind of hungry. So after that, you get back in your car, you start driving around town to find something to eat. And the only place you can find that's open is the Wendy's you used to work at.
So there's Wendy's in this world, this fantasy whimsy world.
Yeah, it's
All
Wendy's.
right.
Wendy's is a weird brothel that serves food, though. It's also a big chain.
That you worked at in high school.
Yeah.
No. This is the first Wendy's. The other Wendy's are just regular Wendy's, but this one also is a brothel.
Oh, sure. That's okay. That's how Wendy's got its start. I see. All right. So I walk up to the Wendy's.
Okay, yeah. So you go into Wendy's and you walk in, and when you get inside, at the counter is someone who you remember. His name is Seth Wendy. And his dad owns Wendy's, and he's just kind of a total.
Wait, his last name is Wendy.
Yeah.
Or Wendy's.
Yeah. You're not confused that McDonald's is not his first name.
Yeah, because McDonald's is a last name.
Oh, just like David fucking, what is his name?
It's too many first names.
Hey, his parents are Thomas Ryan and Stephanie Martin, okay? It's not that weird to hyphenate.
All right. All right, David Ryan Martin. So anyway, you walk in, and your old friend from when you were not in college and working at a Wendy's is still there working at Wendy's. And Seth sees you and he's like, oh, dang, dude, what's going on? How you been?
Whoa. Hey, Seth. Been a long time. You're still here, huh?
Yeah, I'm still here. My shift's not over till 9.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how you been? How you doing?
Dude, I'm so good. I can't even tell you, man. Like, so many good things have happened to me lately. This morning, I almost accidentally put my hand in the fryer, but I didn't.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and
it's good that you didn't do that.
And then my dad gave me free chicken nuggies.
Your dad?
Yeah.
So hold on, you work at the Wendy's. You could just does your dad work at the Wendy's?
My dad owns the Wendy's, dude.
Oh.
You know that.
David Wendy Sr.
Right. I forgot about that. It's been a long time.
Yeah, dude. How you been? What are you wearing that for? That's such a like a funny outfit. Is it Halloween? I don't remember.
No, this is my job. That's my uniform for my job. It's dumb. Anyway, like I think I'm gonna get some food.
You don't want to like hang out or?
No, yeah. Let's hang out and I'll also eat. I'm sorry. I'm really hungry. It's been a long day.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what are you having?
I guess I'll get 2 hot dogs.
All right,
you guys
dude.
do chili dogs?
Yeah, we do chili dogs.
Oh, man. I used to get chili dogs all the time when we hung out.
Dog.
Oh, fuck. Just chili dogs and Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, dude.
That's what they called it when you hung out at the brothel.
Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash.
That's what they called us, man. The Super Smash Brothers, dude.
No! I hate it. I hate that so much.
Hang on, I don't think it should be a brothel. That was just the first business I came up with that
I don't think
called
it should be a
Wendy's.
brothel either. Thank you very much. They called us Super Smash Brothers because we were so good at.
Yeah, because we would go out in the backyard, in the back of the restaurant, and we'd throw the glass bottles everywhere. My dad gets so mad at us.
Smashing those bottles. You got some bottles we can smash?
I mean,
we can go smash
dude,
them right
I've
now.
been saving them up for like
Fucking
8 years, dude.
Super Smash Brothers back in town. We can smash them up right now. I don't know.
All right, yeah. And he walks over to the front of the restaurant. He puts the closed sign on, even though there's other people waiting in line now. And then he walks in the back, and then you guys start smashing bottles.
Yeah. Just like old times.
So the next morning, the 5 of you all worked your way to Hammers and Sons funeral home. And coincidentally, all showed up at the exact same time. You're now standing outside the funeral home. I don't know how you all got there. I assume Jasper, I don't know, slept in a bush nearby or something. But you're all standing outside the funeral home the morning of your best friend Harris's funeral.
Well, the gang's all here. How the hell you been?
Good. I mean, all things considering, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing okay. I don't know if I've told you about kind of my position in level 5 shaman. Like, things are going pretty well, like, except for this. Right. Yeah, I have. You're right.
Guys, I just don't want this day to be ruined by people taking pictures, people, getting up in my business. Just when we go in there, like, just try and, let's just keep the attention on Harris. You know what I mean?
Is there a way to roll fame?
Charisma check of some kind, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. When you say that, I want you to roll charisma.
All right. Charisma. Damn it. My charisma roll was a 6.
Literally, like, a bunch of people are walking into this funeral home and none of them recognize you at all.
Damn.
I kind of put my hand on Jasper's shoulder, like they know it would be disrespectful to approach you right now. We're at a funeral.
Okay, so you guys are all going into the funeral home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going in.
So, you all walk into the funeral home, which outside, it looks like your generic bog standard funeral home. Like, there's nothing really all that special about it. It's like a white building with some pillars and, it kind of looks sort of like a house, but also like a business. For some reason, every funeral home looks like that. There's kind of this entryway. It also looks pretty normal, like it's sort of a quiet place of peace and reflection and stuff. And there's 2 doorways, one which has Harris's name on it, and another one which is some other family that you don't know who they are. So when you walk in to the funeral home, it doesn't remind you of Awake at all, because it's kind of a party. There's balloons and streamers. There's like a DJ in the corner who's like, playing some modern music. It's not like hopping or anything, but like, it's kind of got like a party vibe. There's like a table with some food on it. There's like pizzas and, snacks and stuff like that. On the far end of the room, there is a closed casket. And then you see Harris's mom, Mrs. Red Swift, kind of standing there.
All right. I go over to Miss Red Swift to relay my condolences.
Christian, oh my goodness, it's been so long. How are you? And she comes in and she just gives you this big hug.
I go back. Oh, so good, Miss Red Swift. Except for everything. Well, Al and Liz regret that they couldn't be here. They told me to relay their condolences as well. And what happened? He was so young.
I know, it's a shame.
No, but like, what happened?
Yeah, she doesn't really know how to answer that question. She feels very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's a line behind me. I'm gonna scoot on and head to the refreshment table.
Oh, you didn't want to say your respects to?
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Or goodbye or whatever. I mean, it's there if you want it. And she kind of points to the coffin where there's kind of like a...
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I go over to the closed casket. And what did you want? I press F.
What happens when he presses F, Kevin?
I don't remember what happens. I think he touches the casket. I don't know. I haven't played Call of Duty
in a long time. Yeah, I touched the casket. I give it a really gentle kind of nudge. Like, is it like closed?
Yeah, it's closed. What do you mean, is it closed? It's either open or closed. It's very binary.
Could I open?
Can you open
you want to take a little peek into the contents of the casket?
I want to feel how affixed the lid is to evaluate if it's possible to take a peek.
Yeah, all right. You've discovered that this coffin is not locked.
Cool. Well, I'll follow that away for later.
I come up and I'm like wearing like a big hat, and I'm like, Mrs. Red Swift, I don't want to take any attention away from what, Harris was one of my best friends, and I'm just so sorry for what's happened here. I'm sorry if me being here is like a disturbance.
No, not at all, Jasper. It's so good to see you. And she comes and she pulls you in for a big hug as well. I'm just so glad you're here. You don't have to wear that hat if you feel uncomfortable. No one's going to judge you here. I mean, this is just like in life. I think he would want something like this. It's a party. We're supposed to, we're celebrating him in his own way.
Oh, thanks. I whip off my hat. Yes, okay, everyone. We can stop the whispers. It is me. But we're here to celebrate a life. So thank you, Mrs. Red Swift. I say, turning to her.
Of course, honey. Anything you need, just let me know. There's pizza over there. I know you like those sour cream chips. I got some of those. Not like because I knew you were coming.
Hey, Christian, why are you messing with the casket?
I'm not. Paying my respects.
He pressed F.
Cheryl's like next in line and kind of like as Jasper kind of like reveals himself, I guess, to the party.
Yeah, and I go stand with Christian, like bugging Christian, like, hey, what are you doing over there?
Cheryl walks up to Mrs. Redswift with like one binder under her arm and another binder open that she's like flipping through. And she says, Mrs. Redswift, so tomorrow is the actual like funeral service, right? I have some ideas about if I don't know how much you have planned, but
Oh, Cheryl, I'm so glad you're here. And she pulls you into a big hug. And, like, as we kind of continue with this, like, it's just, like, really obvious, like, the motherly effect, like, the genuine motherly affection that is emanating from this woman. Like, her son has just died, and despite that, it seems like all she wants to do is make sure you guys are okay. And she says, Cheryl, you don't have to worry about any of that. Like, it's all taken care of. I might have one favor to ask you guys later, but we'll talk later. Just enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. There's pizza. I know you like pizza.
Are you sure? Because I made like an entire itinerary and, printed out a bunch of pictures of us and, maybe having some flowers delivered.
Oh, that's so nice. Why don't you do this, dear? If you want, you can hand the pictures out to people at the party. And if you want to give people flowers, I think that's a great idea. I think everyone would really like that.
Okay, great. Thank you. I will do that.
As you walk away to do that, David, who overheard that conversation, kind of comes up to you and is like, "Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, did you plan this funeral that you're not throwing?"
Throwing.
Yeah, throwing a funeral is
We're throwing a big funeral. Hope you can make it out. We got a lot of people coming. We're throwing a real
you know
funeral.
what I mean.
The Gwennifer funeral was a way better time, man.
I did not plan any of this, to be clear. I had some plans, like, there were kind of like backup plans in case, there weren't any. But it looks like there are some, and so like some of these are just to waste. But that's okay.
Right.
Hey guys, stop whispering. Come check out this casket.
What are you guys doing to the casket?
Just get over here.
No, it's just being weird. Look.
No, seriously though, does anyone know what happened to Harris?
I mean, no, not.
No.
He's our age. He's done. It's a closed casket. Was it something really fucked up? What's going on here?
I mean, when was the last time you guys talked to him? Because I talked to him like last week.
I talked to him 2 weeks ago.
I talked to him, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Hey, who called you?
Mrs. Redswift.
Miss Redswift.
I just realized I haven't talked to her yet. Yeah, guys, I gotta go talk to her.
So you were in line to talk to her. That's why you witnessed.
You came out of line.
That's why you were able to eavesdrop on the whole conversation about planning the funeral. And then you're like, hang on, Miss Redswift. I know it's my turn to talk to you, but I gotta dunk on Cheryl.
Tell Cheryl she's crazy.
And then when David wants to talk to her, he just turns around and she's right there.
Oh, hi, Miss Redswift. Hi. I'm so sorry.
David, it's so good to see you. How are you doing? How's you're a priest now, right?
Sort of.
A clergyman?
Level 5 Everwell shaman. I mean, you may have seen our ads. Drink life straight from the well. If you're curious, I can give you a card. That's not important. I kind of eye my friends and then look back at her. I say, "What happened?"
Oh dear, I don't really know the details, and it's hard to talk about.
I understand. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't apologize. This is an emotional time, all of you, and she brings all of you together because you're all 3 feet away from her, like, and she kind of like pulls you all in for like a big group hug, and she's just like, "I'm just so glad you're all here. I know out of everybody," and she points to like literally there's hundreds of people that are like waiting in line and coming to pay their respects to Harris. Like he's a beloved figure in this community. And she says, "Even with all these people, I know that Harris cared about you most of all. I have never seen him happier than when he spent time with you. And I'm just so glad I know it's not the best circumstance, but I'm so glad to see all of you together again."
Yeah, together again.
Very kind of you to say.
Yeah. I guess I actually look like side to side at all of you, kind of realizing for the first time that we've all kind of come here for Harris, but we haven't talked much lately. I just kind of look around, studying you guys.
I like that. I study you guys. What do I see? Dave, what does Dave look like?
Yeah, David is got like well-combed hair. He's wearing a suit that's like well-fitted, black tie and full suit. But I do dress this way when I go door to door, so I just had to remove my little name tag. You maybe even see like the part where that's worn a hole in the jacket.
Cheryl is wearing a very clean suit. Her hair is like pretty disheveled, although it's like tied back in a bun. You can tell that she tried to put some kind of makeup on this morning, but just did kind of the bare minimum. Also, you notice that her hands are covered in Band-Aids and what look like some paper cuts that are sticking through. And you kind of get the impression that she was working on these binders all night.
Jasper is dressed in like weird, overly fashionable clothing. I'm wearing a black suit, but it's got white inlay, like a marching band tassels and stuff like that.
What?
And like I've got like big sunglasses. And like I had my like big ladies sun hat on, but like, you know, like Derek Zoolander funeral fashion.
Christian stand there, well kempt, regular black suit, well fitting, nice, not overly formal, just a regular one.
Not Vanta Gray.
Also was expecting this to be a more somber wake, but you would wear a suit to a party as well, so that's fine.
All right, so you guys are at this like funeral party thing. There's food. There's a bunch of people around here. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I want to find someone we know from high schools, another townie. I need someone who, lives here.
You see Marcus. Marcus from high school.
Did you say Marcus or Barkus?
Marcus.
I thought you said Barkus.
I did not say Barkus. I said Marcus.
I think we're going with Barkus.
No, all right, fine. His name
All in
is
favor
Barkus.
of Barkus? Raise your hand.
His name is Barkus, and he's half dog, half man.
Perfect. Great. That's how you yes and, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, Barkus, what's up? I haven't seen you since high school.
Yeah, he gives you a
Woof, woof,
sniff. Yeah. He says, oh, shit. Christian? Woof.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Working out west now.
Oh, wow. What do you do?
Oh, I
Woof.
work with Eclipse Dynamics.
Okay. Hey, man. You want to go sniff some butts?
Yeah, definitely. First,
Okay.
crazy about Harris though, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, everybody loved that guy. Some of my fondest memories of chasing him off of my lawn.
Yeah, we got into it back in high school. Do you have any idea what happened to him?
Like, you're asking me how he died?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. You want me to harass Mrs. Red Swift about it? You want me to pry open the coffin? I'm trying to be respectful here.
Roll persuasion?
Yeah, okay. Ooh, 5.
He's like, dude, if you want to sniff my butt, you can sniff my butt. But like, I don't know anything about what happened to Harris. I know it was a terrible tragedy because he was so young, but like, I don't know what you want, man.
I nudge you, Christian. I say, let me take a crack at this. I did a lot of work for a police procedural there for a couple of years.
All right.
All right, Barkus, what do you know? Huh?
Roll intimidation?
Perfect. I got a 21.
With a 21, he's like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know anything. I told him everything I know.
Listen, man, you've been giving us a runaround all afternoon. Now talk. Now bark.
Woof, woof, woof.
Okay, now tell me what you know.
No, that's everything I know.
Oh.
Thanks for telling everyone that I'm yappy now. Gosh.
I turn to you guys and say, actually, in the show, the person always kind of broke down after a little while. I don't actually know what to do in a situation where they really don't know.
No, that was convincing. I think he really doesn't know.
As we walk away, I turn to you guys. I'm like, I always thought it was weird. Do you guys know any other half dog people? Like his parents aren't half dog, or one of them's not like a dog, and the other, it's like
they're both full human, right?
Yeah,
they're not half dogs.
Weird.
They're not a human and a dog. They're just both human.
It never made sense to me, and I just,
I think it was a curse.
Yeah, it was probably a curse. You're
Probably right.
So because you guys are all focusing on Barkus's backstory, it actually takes you a second to realize that someone is approaching you. A bespeckled goblin walks up to the four of you, and he looks up at you and he's like, excuse me, I think I know all of you. Is that correct? Let's see. You must be Cheryl Silverthorn.
No, I'm Christian Cold Rock.
Rich, exactly. That's exactly who you are. You're Christian Cold Rock. And so you are Cheryl Silverthorn.
Yes, I am.
Great. And then you're David Ryan Martin.
That's me.
And then you must be Jasper Wallstrom Boyle.
Yeah, but I can't sign anything right now. It's a funeral.
Oh, no. Don't worry. I don't need you to sign anything today.
Oh.
No. I'm...
Not the guest book?
Oh.
You can't sign the guest book?
Well, I mean, if you want to do that, that's just not...
I can't sign the guest, but that's a contractual thing, though.
That's just not why I'm here to talk to you right now. No, I am here for legal reasons. Because I'm a lawyer. I'm here because I am I need all of you to come down to my office tomorrow for the bequeathments and the will reading.
Oh,
Oh,
are we?
Harris left us something?
Well, I actually don't know. We haven't read it yet, but you are listed as beneficiaries. If you would like to come down to my office tomorrow morning, we have much to discuss.
What's your name? Where's your office?
My name is Professor Featherbottom. Yes, that's right. I also teach at the local college.
Oh,
You're also a professor.
wow.
Okay.
That's a good. Hey,
Law
good for you.
professor.
Yeah, good for you.
Makes
pretty
sense.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
a small town.
I am the only lawyer in town, so as my time is quite precious. But
And you're still sharing it with the youth. That's tremendous.
That's right. But thank you for your time. And he hands each of you his card and walks off.
Wait, sir, you said the morning, like 8, 9, 11?
As the crow caws, as they say.
That what? That's
That
not
crow's
a.
calling like all day though, so that
9:30. 9:30.
Thank you.
All right. Well, anyway, it's good to meet all of you. I will see myself out. And he grabs a slice of pizza and then leaves.
love this guy.
All right. So that afternoon, the funeral party, which has since leaving the party, has become a party of a different kind, a gathering of people in the park on the edge of town. There's a procession, and we all find Harris's mom, Mrs. Red Swift, and a group of people all waiting under an oak tree. And it's a beautiful fall day. It's quiet, and the priest starts saying a few words, kind of the generic, funeral stuff. We're all gathered here today, blah, blah, blah. You can't even really pay attention to it because honestly, this is a pretty emotional moment. Your best friend is dead. It's no longer something that's just sort of ethereal. It's real. It happened. And And after that, he hands an urn to Mrs. Red Swift, and she starts crying a little bit. And then the priest makes everybody in the whole thing hold hands, and he starts saying a prayer. As you all have your heads bowed in quiet reflection, you start thinking about Harris and all the things about him that you loved. He was kind. He always had everything, it seemed, ready. He always knew, he always remembered everybody's birthdays. He always knew what was going on in all of your lives. He really genuinely cared about all of you. And as you're thinking about that, everybody roll perception.
I rolled a 16.
I got a 10.
Got a 2.
I got an 8.
All right, Allie. So Cheryl, as everyone is praying, I don't know, maybe it's because you don't believe in God or something. You are focusing on the sounds around you, and you hear footsteps. Slow at first, and then quicker and quicker and quicker. And you look up, and a roguish looking man brandishing an axe is sprinting directly at Mrs. Red Swift.
What the fuck? Mrs. Red Swift?
And she looks up just in time to see this guy attempt to smash the urn that she is holding. And she pulls her hand back, and he misses. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Damn.
Oh, dang.
5.
3.
16.
15.
Okay, so Jasper, you go first.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Push him into the open grave.
I think I'm going to stand up and just shout and say, hey, stop that.
Okay.
I'm not some kind of fisticuffs haver.
All right, roll intimidation. Probably with disadvantage. You don't seem that threatening.
Yeah, but he is famous.
That's true. Okay, fine. It's just, it's not disadvantage. It's just regular.
If Paul Rudd started yelling at me at a funeral, I would be intimidated.
Well, I think I crit failed.
This guy does not even react to you. It's like he didn't hear you.
He just flips me off and keeps going.
That's right. And now it's Cheryl's turn.
All right. So is he still ready to attack Harris's mom? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, he's brandishing a big great axe at her.
But now he's only using one hand because canonically he's flipping Jasper off.
That's true.
All right, I'm gonna try and get him to drop his weapon and cast fireball at his other hand. That's a 10.
It is a 10. Okay, yeah, you miss. Just it goes flying off into the distance, probably into the forest. It's fine.
It's fine.
God.
And
Probably fine.
all right, so now it's the roguish guy's turn. So he's gonna just swipe again at Mrs. Red Swift. But he rolls a 7, and so Mrs. Red Swift, is prepared now, she knows what's going on, takes 5 steps back, and her back is now against the tree. but he misses wide right. And now it is David's turn.
Okay. David stands up, walks over, and David's going to cast Inflict Wounds on this roguish man.
All right.
Oh, it is melee. Okay, so I have to run up and...
You have to touch it.
Okay, David runs up and just like puts his hands together and a ball of energy forms between them and he touches this man with both hands and casts Inflict Wounds. I made a melee spell attack and I rolled a 22.
Okay.
So what's his AC?
His AC is 14.
So that'll hit and he takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
That's a lot of damage. All right.
That
roll
is
damage.
a lot of damage.
Level 2,
23 damage.
you disintegrate him.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god.
So now there's just like, Mrs. Red Swift is like, she's like on the ground now, just kind of sitting there and like wide-eyed. A bunch of people are kind of freaking out, like they're running around and trying to figure out what to do next. Somebody's already called the police because, gotta figure out what to do with this dead body now.
That makes sense.
And so, yeah, what do you guys all do?
David is still just like on the ground in shock that he killed a man, head and hands, still processing that.
Is he disintegrate, like clothes and everything? Does he have pockets for us to root through? Because I start doing that when
he's just a skeleton now,
Yeah.
so his
We
clothes
loot
are
the
still
body.
there.
I
Yeah.
start rooting through pockets looking for
Okay.
ID and shit.
Roll investigation.
Roll stuff I'm not good at. 18, baby. I'm the greatest investigator anyone's ever known.
Okay, so with an 18, you don't find like an ID or documents saying like I am, the proprietor of this business or anything
I
like
find
that.
something better. It's his diary that explains all of that.
All you
Here's
find
my motive.
is on the back of the robe itself, like in this little font, like kind of where the belt is, you see a little symbol. It's like a circle with 5 lines going through it at different angles. But that's pretty much all you find. So a few minutes later, the cops show up. They deal with the attack and the body. Mrs. Red Swift gives them a statement. They offer their condolences. And then eventually the funeral ends and you all head home for the night. The next day, as you all agreed, you all meet at the law offices of Professor Featherbottom. You walk inside the office and Mrs. Red Swift is already there. She's like clutching her purse and sitting there quietly. She sees all of you. And once again, she's just really happy to see you. You can see like the lines on her face disappear as she looks up to you. And she says like, "Oh, I gotta say, it's a lot easier doing this when I'm not by myself." And just as she says that, Professor Featherbottom says, "All right, Mrs. Red Swift, I have a private message for you. If you'd like to come into my office and take a look at that." And her face falls again, and she walks into the office, and the door closes behind her. And they're only gone for a couple of minutes before Professor Featherbottom comes back out and kind of waves you all into the room. And he says, "Oh, if you could all join me, please." And as you all follow him, walk into the room, you can see like Mrs. Red Swift has been crying. Her face is all red and puffy, and there's tears rolling down her cheeks. He sits all of you down in some chairs that he's set up. Like in elementary school, they had like the TV cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of
You know what
course.
I'm talking about?
The
it's like-
AV setup. Yeah.
It's like exactly like that. It's like one of those. It's got a DVD player attached to it, and Professor Featherbottom says like, yeah, so it is my unfortunate duty to read the will, but as part of that will reading, we have been asked to show a video. Now, this video, I want to caution you, it's a little bit shocking, and so if you need to take a moment, feel free to leave the room. I'll pause and we can continue when you're ready.
I look over at Miss Red Swift. Like, she doesn't look like she's ready for a shocking video.
She looks like she already watched one.
2 shocking videos?
And so Professor Featherbottom picks up a remote, presses play, and the TV starts showing what it looks like somebody took vertical video on their phone, and you see Harris. And he does not look good. He's got like blood all down one side of his face.
Oh my God.
And it's like he's got his back against a rock, and it's like really hard to tell where he is. It's like kind of dark, but you see his face. It's very obviously Harris. And he says, "Hey guys, if you're watching this, I didn't make it. I'm sorry about that. This whole thing kind of turned out to be a mess. So before I go up there and face the music, there's a couple things I gotta say. First, I want to tell you all, I love you guys. I've had a lot of friends in my life, but nothing has ever come close to being with all of you. You know, when we were kids, those were the best times of my life. And I know as we've grown up, it's gotten harder for us to spend time together. You've all got your own lives, and new friendships, and man, I'm so proud of all of you. Jasper, oh my God, you made it. You did the thing. I always believed in you, but like you did it. Cheryl, it's so inspiring to me that you followed through with everything we're going to do. And through all of that, you're still just as positive and charming as you've ever been. David, oh my God, I think you're like a priest. It's hard for me to know what the things are. I'm sorry. I should have probably followed that a little bit better, but like, I look at you and I can't believe how much you've grown. And Christian, man, you spread your wings so much further than your family ever thought you could. Through all that stuff, I never stopped thinking about all of you as my best friends. So here's the thing. I've got a couple of favors that I need to ask you. I hope the first one is easy, but I have to ask anyway. Can you guys just look after my mom, make sure she's not like alone and she's got people around her, check in on her once in a while and, make sure she's got people around her for the holidays and stuff like that. That would really mean a lot. And then the second thing, I know it's going to be like a kind of a big ask, but I have to ask anyway. Do you remember that trip we always wanted to go on all the way across the country out to Mount Dreamspire? We spent all of our senior year talking about it, but then, Cheryl got early admission and Jasper, you went on that acting seminar and, it just kind of got away from us. So maybe this sounds stupid, but last year I kind of got it into my head that like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if like the five of us, if we all got together and like did it? I figured that it probably wasn't going to happen. You guys are all so busy, but I guess it turns out it's me that can't do it. So I'm sorry. But look, can you guys do one last thing for me? Can you go on the trip? I mean, take the trip and take my ashes and bring them with you to the top of the mountain and spread them there. It's like kind of like my last wish. I love you guys so much. I know we've all drifted apart and it makes me sad thinking about it. So maybe me being gone could be like a good thing. Maybe it could help you guys get together. If you all go together, maybe you can feel some of that feeling that we used to feel when we were kids. At least it'll bring me some peace. Thanks for everything, guys. And then the video cuts.
Harris, but what did he have to go do after?
He was
to
covered
go up
in
and
blood.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that?
I'm looking around the room, like at the other people, not like for clues.
Oh, Cheryl is crying.
Yeah, David's crying.
Mr. Redswift, I know this is probably really hard, but what the hell was that? What happened to Harris? Who did this? What's in the urn?
What did he mean? I have to go face the music. What was he talking about?
Why was he covered in blood?
Ooh, Kevin, can I roll some kind of like we're watching this video, right? Can I roll some kind of insight acting thing to like try and tell how authentic this video is?
Ooh.
Like, are we being Blair Witch
really
Project
good.
or
I
is
like
this
Yeah,
real?
That's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah, go ahead.
What would I even roll there? Is it performance?
Insight. I think you roll insight.
Yeah, insight. Okay, the thing I'm not good at.
Insight, and you have advantage because of your knowledge of videos.
Yeah, sure. You can have advantage.
Ooh, okay. Man, I roll like shit. I got a 9.
You can't tell if it's real or not.
Dang,
It seems pretty real, but you have no idea.
gotcha.
Do I have an idea?
You can roll too if you want. You don't get advantage though.
I don't need it. 12, baby.
Yeah, I mean with a 12, you're not sure. Seems pretty real.
Do we get a sense of, by looking at the background of the video, where he was or any other information?
It's like, I don't know, a cave or something, maybe. It's kind of dark and there's rocks.
Yeah, so my series of questions to Miss Red Swift stands.
Which is,
What the hell is this? What happened to Harris? What's in the urn?
well, honey, I wish I had better answers for you. I'll tell you everything I know. There's no doubt in my mind that Harris is in that urn, or whatever was left of him. He told me a few months ago that he was going out, and it was something really important, and I asked him not to go because I knew it was dangerous. I didn't know because he told me. I could just tell because of the way he was looking, and he left. And, I got messages from him from time to time. He seemed like he was doing all right. And then one day they stopped. And then about a week later, they had his body up in the morgue here. They told me that that night before, his body showed up when no one was around, and they just left it out there to rot.
At The mortician? Someone left it there?
Outside the hospital.
Outside the...
What?
Was there a video of it? Did they see who dropped it off?
No. One moment there was nothing, and then the next he was there.
Wait a minute. What? It just appeared? Like there's a video of it, but they didn't see anyone dropping him?
Almost like he teleported there. Yeah.
And these videos, how were they recovered?
They were on his phone. It was in his pocket.
Was there anything leading up to him leaving? Like any acting strange or doing anything, talking to anybody out of the norm?
I mean, not that I can think of. Harris is always talking to lots of people, and he's always been, a bit of an adventurer. It wasn't out of the ordinary. I mean, I thought whatever he was doing seemed a little bit more serious.
Why do you say that?
Well, he seemed a little less, I mean, he's always been a jokester, but a little less funny and a little more serious leading up to all this. I can't point to anything in particular he did.
Is it safe for you to stay here, Miss Red Swift? That axe guy tried to kill you.
Well, I mean, it seemed like what he wanted was, and I hate to say this because it's horrible even thinking about it, but Harris. I think he wanted Harris. He tried to grab the urn from me.
Why would he want a dead man's ashes?
So what?
I don't know. I
How
keep
did he
thinking
die?
about
Was
it.
there an autopsy? What did they say?
That's the craziest part. His body was fine. There was nothing wrong with him.
But he was bleeding in that video.
No,
Was he still bleeding?
no. It was like someone, I don't know, cleaned him up or something, but doctors said there was nothing wrong with his body at all. No bruising, no broken bones, nothing.
At this point, I think Jasper has been unusually quiet after this very heavy video. And I think I'm going to stand up and kind of walk over to the window as you guys are talking. And I think as Mrs. Red Swift says, we just don't know. We don't know what the cause of death was. I think I'm going to actually slam my fist down, kind of upset, and say, why haven't you gone to the police with this?
Honey, that's where we started. I spent 2 days talking to the police. Chief Holbrook told me there was nothing they could do if they can't even figure out where he came from and they can't find cause of death even. They asked around a little bit to see if anybody knew anything, but nothing turned up. And Mrs. Red Swift kind of trails off. So there's a moment of silence as you're all contemplating that before Professor Featherbottom clears his throat and says, well, anyway, I'd like to read the rest of the will now, if that's okay. And he starts reading it. It's not very long. Mostly he just describes that he's leaving almost everything to his mother. There's just a couple of exceptions. And so Featherbottom says, David, I have this for you. And he pulls a cassette tape out of a bag and he hands it to you. And on the cassette tape, it says Harris and David's Cool Mix.
No way.
And he says, this is a mixtape. And I guess it's got all the songs the two of you loved most. It's there to remind you why you're the heart of the group.
Oh my God. Well, all right. I didn't realize he still had this. Okay. Thank you.
Jasper. And he pulls up a pocket watch with a chain. It's very nice looking. It's made of silver, and he hands it to you. Jasper, this is a silver pocket watch. It says here that it's for you to make sure that you stay on time and on task.
I kind of smile sheepishly to myself and then kind of do a half look at the room full of people who are no doubt very familiar with Jasper's struggles with punctuality.
So Cheryl, he picks an old leather book out of the bag and he hands it to you. And he says, this just says, for when things become clear, Cheryl will know.
I opened the book and kind of thumb through the pages.
Yeah, and so when you open the book, it's it's written gibberish. It's impossible to read. The letters and words are all jumbled up in a way that just doesn't make sense.
Are they moving or is it just sort of scribbly gook?
At first you think it's just kind of scribbly gook, but then you look away from the book for a second and look back and it's different gibberish than it was the previous time.
Oh.
At one point you think it's just written upside down, so you turn the book around and then it seems like it's still written upside down.
Huh. I mean, I do love a puzzle. All right. Thank you. I think.
Lastly, he pulls an amulet, like a black amulet, this really, really dark black color, the blackest color you've ever seen. It's not gray, it's black.
Wow. It's even darker than Vantigray.
He hands it to Christian and he says, this is the amulet of demon summoning. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the amulet of demon summoning. It says, speak the name of the demon captured in this amulet and it will come to serve you. And it says here that it's to help you make sure you stay in the driver's seat. I don't know what that means.
Oh, huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all. Oh, there's one more thing, and he pulls up a set of keys out of the bag, and he holds them out, and he says, "It's parked out back."
What? What's parked out back?
And then we cut to you guys all standing in the parking lot in front of like a really, really nice looking RV. We're talking like a Winnebago with all of the features, like it's got the thing where it's like got the canopy. And he says like, yeah, no, I guess Harris left this to you, I guess, to go take on your trip. But it's not a rental or anything. It's just yours.
Cool. This is just like what I had on the set of Dr. Calabrasis and the Mysterious Cabinet.
You say that different every time. I don't know if you're telling a real movie or not, but
They're different movies, Professor.
Did that one go straight to DVD? Or?
He's been in a lot of movies.
That was actually the porn version.
He's prolific.
I did both.
Where were we?
Yeah, but I excitedly run over to the RV. We don't have to keep. And I'm not sure I want to commit to that as canon for my character, but I am excited, and I do say this is just like the trailer that I had on my on my last movie. And I run over to it, and I open it up, and I run inside excitedly.
Yeah, and when you go inside, I mean, it's very nice in here. There's like a cockpit kind of thing in the front that looks like a car's dashboard. There's like a big TV embedded in the front between the two seats. Above that is a bunk bed. There's a couch, like a little dining area next to a kitchenette. And in the back, there's like a door that leads to a bathroom and like a queen size bed stuffed in a room that has like barely enough room for that and just about nothing else. And as you walk in, you're all kind of like start looking around, getting settled. And suddenly you hear a voice coming through the stereo system in the front of the RV. And it says, "Hi."
Hi.
Hello?
Ghost!
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a ghost. I'm RV. Welcome to my stomach.
Did you say Harvey?
No, RV.
This is really
Like-
nice for a stomach.
Thanks.
I walk up to the control panels, and I start like poking around. Could still be a ghost, guys. I don't know.
Roll. We should roll something for sure.
Arcana?
It's Arcana?
Kinda, yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
To know if it's ghost or not.
Yeah, roll Arcana. Roll Arcana.
I got a 22.
Okay, so with a 22, you get into like the settings menu, and you can see like, that this like a bunch of explanation of like, this is actually just part of the like top of the line package for this fancy RV. Like it's got it's a digital assistant. This thing it's not like a full blown AI or anything like that. It's just like, it's a voice assistant that listens to you and can like provide basic functions. It does stuff like clean the RV when you're not there, as long as it's not too much of a mess. It does stuff like be aware of how much fuel there is and tell you when you need to go stop for something or whatever. It also provides helpful tips and tricks to camping. So there's some features to this thing. You also know that it's not like alive.
Whoa, this thing is like totally tricked out. I click on camping tips.
Okay, yeah. And it says, make sure that if you're gonna go out into the wild, that you keep at least twice as much food as you think that you're gonna need, because you might get lost.
That's good advice,
Whoa,
honestly.
That is good advice.
Unless you're in bear
Wow.
country.
So, with the 22, I'm going to give you this.
Yes.
There's like one section that's like custom apps. It's kind of like a little digital like phone almost. Like there's like buttons you can press with different apps on it. And there's one that's like special navigation, and it's got like a different color icon. And it looks like it's not part of the default installation of the van or of the RV.
Ooh, I say, and I press it.
Okay, and you hear, it's like that sound that like, like when a MacBook turns on, there's that like
Yeah.
noise that it makes. Yeah, it does that. The screen goes white and RV's voice disappears. Like you try saying something to him and you can't anymore. And after a second, some green text appears on the screen, and it just says begin quest. And then underneath that, there's a big red button that says yes.
I press it.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the door to the RV slams shut. And before any of you can react, it shifts into gear, and all of you are thrown backwards as suddenly the RV floors it and peels out of the parking lot.
BeQuest stars Kevin Rizza as our Dungeon Master, Stephen Tansey as Christian Coldrock, Mike Turley as David Ryan Martin, Jake Burley as Jasper Wallstrom Boyle, and Allie Turley as Cheryl Silverthorne. This episode was edited and produced by Jake Burley, with additional engineering by Mike Turley. Ha, that's me. And music by Jake Burley. BeQuest is a production of Skull and Scones. You can find links to all of our stuff on our website at skullandscones.com. Thank you so much for joining us for the premiere of this brand new adventure. Putting these shows together is a labor of love for us, and it means a lot that you're here listening. If you like the show, we'd really appreciate it if you'd share it with a friend. Word of mouth is super important for small productions like ours to get started. It also helps us a lot if you rate and review us on your podcast platform of choice, and you can find links to our social media and our Discord server in the episode description. By the way, if you listened to our last show, CthulhuCon, thanks for sticking with us. And if you haven't listened to that show, there are 12 episodes of overproduced comedy horror waiting for you to binge over there. You can go find that at skullandscones.com, and I'll put a link to that in the episode description too. All right, we've got the RV packed, and this show is on the road, baby! We'll be back with another episode in 2 weeks on April 29th. See you then.